Welcome back to our channel, brave viewers, where we uncover the thrilling world of movies. Prepare yourselves for heart-pounding suspense, bone-chilling dares, and shocking truths as we unravel the secrets hidden beneath this cursed game. Get ready to face your deepest fears and confront the ultimate challenge of truth or dare. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and leave a like to our channel. Let's begin.
Truth or dare.
The film begins with Giselle Hammond crossing the border into Mexico. She stops at a convenience store to buy cigarettes, but her encounter takes a dark turn when the clerk receives a mysterious phone call. Turning to Giselle, he poses the ominous question, truth or dare. Terrified, Giselle declines to play the game. However, moments later, under some unseen influence, she grabs a can of lighter fluid and matches. Apologizing to a nearby woman, Giselle douses her with the fluid and sets her on fire. We are then introduced to Olivia Barron, a college student recording a video for her YouTube channel advocating for Habitat for Humanity. Olivia's best friend, Marky Cameron, enters and invites her to join their friends for a spring break trip to Mexico. Recognizing it may be their last opportunity to spend quality time together before graduation, Olivia hesitates but eventually agrees to go. Olivia and Marky join their friends, including Marky's boyfriend Lucas Morno, drug dealer Tyson Curran, his girlfriend Penelope Amory, who struggles with alcohol, and Brad Chang. The group embarks on their trip to Mexico, documenting their adventures with frequent posts on social media. At a bar, Olivia witnesses a drunken Marky dancing with another guy and intervenes to prevent Lucas from discovering her friend's infidelity. Meanwhile, Brad seeks out a romantic encounter, and Tyson and Penelope engage in intimate activities. Olivia heads to the bar, where a schoolmate named Ronnie attempts to flirt with her. Carter, a stranger at the bar, confronts Ronnie and almost gets into a fight until Olivia distracts Ronnie by mentioning shots being taken nearby. Olivia and Carter strike up a conversation until their friends arrive. Carter suggests they all go hiking to a nearby abandoned mission. Arriving at the deserted mission, the group settles down to play a game. Carter proposes a game of truth or dare, initially leading to lighthearted dares like Ronnie giving Tyson a lap dance, Lucas running around naked, and Penelope kissing Olivia. However, tensions escalate when Marky chooses truth, and Tyson asks her if she is aware of Olivia's long-standing love for Lucas. The game takes a dark turn when it's Carter's turn, and Penelope questions his intentions with Olivia. Carter admits he manipulated the group into coming to the mission, intending to exploit their vulnerability and willingness to trust him. As he prepares to leave, Olivia follows him, and he reveals that they are now trapped in the game, bound by its rules. To survive, they must abide by the game's instructions. Tell a lie, die, fail a dare, die, refuse to play, die. Upon arriving home, Olivia's eyes are immediately drawn to the haunting phrase truth or dare, scrawled across various objects. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, she embarks on a search for her friend Marky, eventually finding herself in the library. To her astonishment, she is suddenly surrounded by fellow students whose faces contort into twisted grins, their eyes glowing with an eerie red hue. In unison, they chant the enigmatic question, truth or dare, until Olivia succumbs to curiosity and selects truth. The room falls into a hushed anticipation as Olivia is tasked with revealing the secret her friend had entrusted her to keep. Breaking the library's silence, she boldly proclaims that Marky has been continuously unfaithful to Lucas, her boyfriend. The weight of Olivia's words hits its mark, as Lucas, hurt and betrayed, abruptly departs. Attempting to justify her actions, Olivia desperately seeks solace in an explanation, only to be met with Marky's threatening ultimatum, promising to break her hand if she continues to defend her actions. Later that night, at a local bar, Ronnie's advances towards a fellow student named Alexis are met with swift rejection. However, the rejection takes a chilling turn as Alexis's appearance morphs, and she poses the haunting question, truth or dare. Ronnie hesitantly selects dare, and Alexis commands him to expose himself to the entire bar. As he reluctantly complies, his vulnerability is met with ridicule from another girl, leaving him feeling deeply insecure. Overwhelmed with regret, Ronnie reneges on the dare, only to find his own face distorting in a macabre manner. Tragically, as he steps on a pool ball, he loses his balance, resulting in a fatal neck injury against the edge of a nearby table. Olivia and her friends gather at Brad's apartment, where they stumble upon a video recording of Ronnie's untimely demise. Fueled by her conviction that the game is genuine, Olivia endeavors to convince her skeptical companions of its reality. However, her assertions fall on deaf ears, with no one willing to believe her. Lucas departs after collecting his belongings, his path leading him down an alley where a beckoning voice calls out, inviting him to participate. The graffiti on the wall materializes into a burning image, etching the haunting question into his very skin. Realizing the game's authenticity, Lucas reaches out to Olivia, admitting that he now believes her. He confesses that, in a moment of vulnerability, he had chosen truth and was asked about his genuine feelings for her, even though he understands the impossibility of their romantic connection. Uniting once again, the group convenes at the house Olivia shares with Marky and Penelope to confront Marky about the game's chilling reality. As fate would have it, Marky receives a text message signaling her turn. Electing to play, she picks Dare. The sinister game commands her to fulfill her earlier promise of breaking Olivia's hand. Faced with the gravity of the situation, Olivia grasps a hammer, urging Marky to proceed, albeit with a heavy heart. Using the taunting accusation that Marky's deceased father was a coward, Olivia eventually coerces her into following through, igniting Marky's pent-up emotions surrounding her father's tragic suicide. With Olivia injured, Lucas and Brad rush her to the hospital for treatment. As Brad's turn to play arises, he courageously selects truth. The game compels him to reveal his sexual orientation to his father, Han, a police officer known for his homophobic beliefs. Resolute in his decision, Brad confides in Olivia and Lucas that he followed the game's directive, only to discover that his father surprisingly accepts him for who he truly is. Tyson's turn to play arrives, coinciding with his med school interview. The group attempts to intervene and prevent him from playing, but to their surprise, the interviewer becomes possessed and compels Tyson to participate. Tyson reluctantly chooses truth and is confronted with an accusation of writing fake prescriptions for students. Refusing to admit to the false claim, Tyson becomes overwhelmed by a malevolent force. He impales his eye with a pen and forcefully slams his head against the wall, resulting in his death. The group witnesses the horrifying scene, unable to ignore the blood seeping from under the door. Devastated by Tyson's demise, Penelope seeks solace in heavy drinking. Unfortunately, her turn to play arrives, and when she tries to select truth, the game demon insists that she must choose Dare, denying her the option of truth. Marky discovers Penelope on the roof of the house, where she has been dared to traverse the entire rooftop while consuming the remaining vodka. Concerned for her safety, the others position a mattress to catch Penelope in case she falls, while Lucas remains on the roof to offer assistance. As Penelope nears a fence that poses a potential impalement threat, it becomes evident that the mattress alone cannot prevent a tragic outcome. Quick-thinking Olivia jumps into her car and crashes through the fence just in time. Penelope finishes the bottle and stumbles, but Marky and Brad manage to place the mattress atop the car, effectively breaking her fall. In a bid to uncover the truth behind the deadly game, the friends discover Giselle's involvement and devise a plan. Using a fabricated Facebook account, they contact Giselle and demand a meeting to gain insights into the unfolding events. Giselle responds and arranges a rendezvous. The friends convene near a warehouse, where Giselle reveals that she and her friends had visited a mission where Sam, one of her companions, engaged in destructive behavior, potentially initiating the curse that now plagues them. To their surprise, all of Giselle's friends have succumbed to the curse, leaving her as the sole survivor. As they inquire about Carter, Giselle appears unfamiliar with the name. Shockingly, Giselle confesses that she was dared to kill Olivia. Taking aim with a gun, she fires, but Penelope heroically pushes Olivia out of harm's way, sacrificing herself in the process. Brad and Lucas struggle to disarm Giselle, but as she fails to fulfill the dare, her visage contorts, and she is compelled to turn the gun on herself, ending her own life. In the aftermath of the tragic events, Olivia is questioned by a detective. She reveals her discoveries about Giselle's involvement, and the detective presents her with pictures of Giselle's friends in hopes of identifying Carter or Sam. However, Olivia fails to recognize any of them, further deepening the mystery. Now, it is Olivia's turn to participate in the game. Opting for a dare, she is forced to sleep with Lucas. Privately, Olivia confides in Lucas that she chose Dare to spare her friends from discomfort, as she harbors a secret she cannot bring herself to confess to Marky. Intimacy ensues between Olivia and Lucas until it's Lucas's turn to play. Selecting truth, he must admit his true feelings of love. Confessing his love for Marky, Olivia abruptly departs, leaving behind a mixture of emotions in her wake. Marky sat outside a cozy cafe, engrossed in a video that captured precious moments with her father. Little did she know that the insidious game demon had assumed her father's form and coerced her into playing its twisted game. Nervously, she chose truth, and the demon posed a haunting question. Why did she still keep the gun that her father had tragically used to end his own life? In a moment of painful honesty, Marky confessed that she sometimes contemplated using it on herself. Driven by an insatiable need for answers, Olivia and Lucas delved deeper into their research, unearthing a chilling article about the Rosarito mission. the very place where they had first encountered the game. The article recounted a massacre that had taken place half a century ago, leaving only one survivor, Inez Garcia. Inez had been a mere 19 years old when the horrifying incident unfolded, casting a grim shadow over the location where their own nightmarish ordeal began. Olivia and Lucas embark on a journey to Tijuana in search of Inez, who resides there with her granddaughter. Upon their arrival, they find Inez, but discover that she is unable to speak and can only communicate through writing. Inez reveals her haunting past as a former nun who, along with her fellow sisters, suffered abuse at the hands of a malevolent priest. In a desperate act, she summoned a demon named Calax, which resulted in the priest's demise but also unleashed a malevolent curse. To break the curse, Inez resorted to a drastic measure. She cut out her own tongue and placed it in an urn after reciting a powerful incantation. However, Olivia comes across the broken urn at the mission, indicating that the curse may have been reawakened. Meanwhile, Marky's friends gathered at Brad's place. Brad stepped outside to have a heartfelt conversation with his estranged father, who expressed his enduring love for his son. They shared a heartfelt embrace, but the game demon, reveling in its sadistic power, compelled Brad to select dare. The dare commanded him to seize his father's gun and force him to beg for his life. Olivia and Lucas, sensing the impending danger, raced towards them in a desperate attempt to intervene, but their efforts were in vain. Tragically, a nearby officer fatally shot Brad, turning the harrowing dare into a horrifying reality. Olivia found herself at the precinct once again, undergoing intense questioning by a persistent detective. The authorities had traced the IP address to the fake account and discovered a disturbing message sent by Marky, threatening Giselle and revealing the game's influence. The detective mentioned Sam, revealing a photograph that stunned Olivia. It depicted Carter. Filled with disbelief and confusion, Olivia reunited with Marky and Lucas outside. As fate would have it, it was now Olivia's turn to choose in the game. Bracing herself, she opted for a dare, only to be confronted with the most agonizing task yet. She had to confess the secret she had been keeping from Marky. Trembling, Olivia revealed that she was present on the fateful night of Marky's father's suicide. After a heated argument with her own parents, Olivia sought solace at Marky's house, unaware of her absence. In a moment of weakness, Marky's father attempted to take advantage of Olivia, prompting her to utter the unthinkable words that Marky would be better off if he were dead. Overwhelmed by guilt, Olivia had never found the courage to confess this terrible truth to her best friend. As she left, shattered trust lingered in the wake of her revelation. Marky returned home, consumed by despair, clutching her father's gun as a dire solution seemed to beckon. In her darkest moment, Olivia rushed to her side, pleading with her to reconsider. With utmost perseverance, Olivia managed to dissuade Marky from succumbing to the overwhelming despair that enveloped her. In their quest to save themselves and others, Olivia, Lucas, and their ally Marky tracked down Sam, whose address Olivia obtained from a detective's files. Sam has isolated himself in his apartment, hoping to evade the deadly game they are entangled in. Determined to put an end to the curse, Olivia, Lucas, and Marky convince Sam to join forces with them. Returning to the mission, the group compels Sam to recite the incantation, triggering the crumbling of the building. In a sinister turn of events, Lucas becomes a pawn in the game, faced with a devastating choice to kill either Olivia or Marky. Despite knowing the dire consequences, Lucas defies the game's demands, cherishing a poignant final moment with Marky. Driven to desperate measures, Sam prepares to remove his own tongue, but Calax seizes control of Lucas, forcing him to murder Sam before taking his own life. As Marky's turn arrives, she is coerced into shooting Olivia. In a struggle, Marky wounds Olivia in the arm instead. Undeterred, Olivia confronts Calax and challenges him to participate in the game. Opting for truth, Calax reveals a grim reality. They cannot escape the game's clutches, for it will persist until every participant has perished. In a race for survival, Olivia and Marky flee from the crumbling mission. Determined to expose the malevolence of the game, Olivia records a chilling video, divulging its existence and the dire consequences it entails. Her video spreads rapidly across the globe, captivating viewers. However, a shocking transformation takes place as the faces of those who watch the video undergo a terrifying metamorphosis. And that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what movies do you like us to recap next. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.